Well, welcome everybody to our wonderful webinar. This is a special one. Every month we put together a webinar in our webinar series called Wonderful Webinars, where we introduce different topics. We talk about giving back to the community. We talk about animal photography. We talk about what you need to pack for these safaris. And this month, after Susie got back from this specific safari, she could not stop raving about the group that she was with. So I suggested that we have a wonderful webinars safari reunion happy hour so that you all could get back together and share these amazing stories that it sounds like you had. I am so jealous that I could not go on this safari myself. Susie came back just beaming, could not stop telling me stories, texting me pictures. She had the most amazing time. So I thought, what better way than for us to share that information with potential future safari guests than from the people that attended themselves. And you guys are welcome to just enjoy, reminisce, have a sip of a mocktail or a cocktail, and just share your story of your experience with Susie and Wanderful Tanzania. So with that, I will leave you guys to just chat amongst yourselves. I'll be clicking through some pictures as we go that you shared with me. And if you want to pop in, there's no rhyme or reason to it. If you want to just say something about an image or share an anecdote, feel free. This is your guys' time to just enjoy and reminisce and have a little reunion.
Mhm. Awesome. Thank you, Heather. So I just want to ask in general, now that everybody's back and you've been telling this story to other people, what kind of reaction are you getting from those folks that are seeing your images and hearing the stories? Anybody wants to share some of those interactions? That would be awesome.
Well, for some of the folks, they just don't have if they've never been on a safari,
Yeah.
they don't know what to compare it to. You know, what's a good safari or a bad safari? And so when I've shared it with people, of course, I told them that, like Andy and I have been on other safaris, and this one was really amazing. A, because of the people, and then the vastness of what we went through in the Serengeti. And
Yeah.
so some people who have some experiences are happy with that, and kind of thrilled, but other people are like, well, I want to go someday. So it's like, okay. So I mean,
Yeah.
put it in your bucket list.
Right. Exactly right. And I always, because of the loss of Morgan, suddenly at the age of 54, I'm always that person that tries to encourage people to not wait. Don't put it on the retirement bucket list. Put it on the next year, next couple of years, 2, 3 years out bucket list, and do it while you're able-bodied, while you're young, while you're still working, you have an income, whatever. I can get over all the hurdles, right? I'm a salesperson. I can ask
Mhm.
Terry. I can get over
Yes.
all the hurdles. But it breaks my heart when people say they want to do something, but then they table it because it really is unlike any other kind of vacation that you can do out there. The closest thing that I've had that is like this was the trip to Mongolia, right? The vastness of the Gobi Desert and the uniqueness of the wildlife and the people, the cultural aspects of it was fantastic. But it's not your run of the mill. Let's go on a longboat down the Rhine River kind of a thing, which is what most people gravitate towards, or one of the big box cruise companies, and you get to go float around on a petri dish with 3,000 other people, right? So it's a hard thing to convince people to do, but once you've been, you all now know it's something you'll never forget. Like it's those memories that keep giving and giving.
Now, Heather, one quick
Yes.
question. How many of us sent this picture that you have right here in?
Just you, Tony.
Oh, wow.
You're
Oh,
Tony.
the you're the best, Tony.
well, but this is like family. This is great.
It's
Yeah,
a fantastic photo.
yeah, and I eliminated it because I had so many others, but it was in my top 25 or so.
And I forgot about it because it was in an email to me and it's not in my string of the images. So I never even remembered this photo, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It is super cool.
So
Tony,
thank
do you want to
you.
talk about the photo a little bit and how you captured it?
Well, you know what? On the heels of Bernie, I'll just give my little spiel that I've told people. And Susie, I've been handing out your business cards left and right. So
Woohoo!
I hope it results in something, but we'll see. But I tell people that, hey, this is not a vacation. It's not a holiday. It's not an ordinary trip. This really, to Lisa and I, was really an experience of a lifetime. And what made it so? It's the people. It's the people that we met on this trip. My sibling and their spouses, my spouse, but all you guys too. Bernie and Angela, Kim and Trent. I just made it such a wonderful trip. The people that we met at all the lodges and the guides were outstanding. So the people were just fantastic. They were kind and caring, attentive, knowledgeable. Gosh, it was just a wonderful learning experience. The second thing is the land. It was just so unspoiled. I tell people I felt like it was like being in the American West 200 years ago. It was just diverse and captivating. It was just great. And then, of course, the third thing you can't get away from is just the diversity of the birds and animals. It was spectacular. So that's my pitch to people that I tell about is just the people that we went with, the people that we saw, the land and the birds and animals that we saw.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think we even commented on it while we were having that beautiful picnic that day with the kick-ass view and whatever, that's the part that's the intangible. You can show beautiful pictures of herds of zebras and things and lions and they can only see this much of it, right? It's not until you can like turn your head from horizon to horizon and see that line of out there, and there's a million animals in your field of vision that it comes to life, right? And that's the part, from my point of view, trying to sell a safari, that's the part I can never convey adequately to people. You don't know what it's like until you get there and you're surrounded by it. So that's wonderful. Thank you for handing all my stuff out, Tony. I appreciate you so much. Oh, that's a pretty picture, Heather.
It's also from Tony. If you see, I have everyone's names in the corner so you can see who gave me the photo.
Oh, up
Yeah,
there. I'm looking at the
in.
corners of the picture going, I don't see any names.
There you
I
go.
sent that in, but I think actually Lisa took that. So Lisa, you may want to talk about it. So.
Yeah, I think I did take that one actually. And yeah, I don't know what the words are exactly. I was looking at the balloon picture and I thought untethered. And I thought, what my idea was of safari before I went was not the reasons that I thought I would not like it. Let's see, what am I trying to say? I thought it was just going to be ride around in a bumpy Jeep in the dirt, in the heat, and see a bunch of animals and be hot and sweaty, basically, what I was.
So you were so excited to get to Tanzania.
It's like a dream come true.
Okay, like I've seen a lot of these animals at the zoo. Like I think I'm good. I've seen all the TV thing, and that really wasn't that was part of the experience. But the part of the experience that resonates with me a month later is being disconnected from the man-made world in such a way, and being able to think about what it might have been like, so many years ago at the birth of whatever became man.
Yeah.
And to feel so enveloped and safe and connected. I'm usually the person that's like leading groups and leading things, and to spend 2 weeks of having somebody as capable as you and as warm as you and the guides, like I never for a moment felt unsafe. I felt at peace, and I have brought that feeling with me, and that is a treasure, right?
Yeah. Thank you for that. That's something that not everybody mentions, but we really do try to make everybody safe and comfortable, right? And you saw other Jeeps with tons of people in it, or I don't know. There's just all levels of experiences that you can get there, and we try our best to make sure that we elevate it for you all. So thank you for recognizing that. And I'm glad that it's lingering with you. I hope that life is kind of crazy right now and a lot of fronts and for all of us, right? And sometimes I just need to go to my happy place, and my happy place is Tanzania. And all I have to do is pull the images up and think through the stories and the interactions with you guys. And it just like brings Zen back into my life again. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Oh, this picture. I love this picture. Who took this one?
It came from Tony too. So these are all Tony. I think we have one more from him, and then we switched to Terry's.
Okay, good.
Well, I remember being in the safari Jeep on this, and it was just, I mean, how many times do you get to see this many giraffes so close, all congregating? It was just spectacular. So, this is just a special picture. And my sister Terry actually equally felt that this was one that kind of stuck out. So we decided to send it in. So this is just a great reminder of the kind of diversity of things you see and the unspoiled land and just the captivating animals.
And I just spot the baby right in the middle right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Staring right at you guys, like, who are these people?
And I'm giggling a little bit because on past safaris, I've been in Jeeps with people, and like my friend Kate's been on a few safaris with me, and literally my camera lens is here and hers is here, and we're like simultaneously clicking, and we get home and I'll post something on Facebook and she says, "Why did you post my picture?" I'm like, "How would I have your picture?" You know, but it's because we were right next to each other. So I look at this image, I'm just sure I've sent it to Heather because I think I was in the truck with Tony that day. And I have something very similar to it. But the sky and that beautiful background, and to have 12 zebras, whatever you call
Those
those,
are next.
to have them in the same image is just
I
breathtaking.
think seeing the animals in their natural social structure was also very powerful to me, right? Because although I have seen many of these animals in captivity, to see them in their home, in their natural social structure was very powerful.
That strikes me always with like the baboons, right? That and elephants. I think family wise, those are the two that are easiest to put your hands, and maybe some of the cats, right? That social structure in the wild is definitely
The
different.
hyenas at the watering hole. I would have sent that one because Trent was with us in that truck.
Yeah.
Trent, I can't remember what you were saying because I think I was in that truck too, and it was
Ooh, what is it? It was like, I'm not peeing.
I'm not
Oh
being.
yeah. I'm not being.
I'm not being. Oh, there's
the hyena.
this beautiful elephant. Oh my gosh.
He seems
Yeah,
like
now
he was
that was-
really close to you guys.
Yeah, now this is a moment where I mean, if one was going to wet their pants, that might have been the time frame, because this bull elephant, was so close, and it was just unbelievable. And the guys were looking for any signs of stress by the elephant, but it was just spectacular being so close to it.
Yeah, I have a video that I sent to Heather that was I don't know if it was this elephant or the ones that were around in the lake area, but I thank Felix because Felix actually moves the Jeep, and he just says, "I'm going to move," and I thank him. And it was because the elephant was this close and his family was behind us, right? Or the more elephants were behind us. And in very much Felix fashion, he didn't want to ever block or put pressure on the animal. So he just scooted out of the way and the elephant walks on by. This elephant in particular was insanely close. But again, the guides are reading that body language. There's no ear flapping, there's no pawing at the ground, no trumpeting. He was curious about us. And you could tell when he came over and checked out the truck, he was very curious about us. And what a special moment that brought for all of us. It was breathtaking. Really, really not something that happens on every safari. I just want you all to know that. so fantastic. Great capture, Tony. That's a beautiful image.
Oh yeah, here we go. Same guy. So these are from Terry.
Okay,
This is a different elephant.
It is a different elephant.
It is, and this is the one, Susie, that came up so close to our vehicle or to our trucks.
Got it.
And I tried to send the video because the video is so amazing, but it was too large. This guy just circled around our truck, and honestly, all of us were in the truck I was in got so quiet. And it was Mohammed, I think, that was driving at the time. And I'm like thinking, guy, I think you need to peel out of here. But but this elephant just checked us out, showed no signs of aggression, no ear flapping, as you said. And I mean, after he walked around the side of our truck, and I thought he could bang into us and we'd be over. But
yeah,
it was incredible. I mean, the up close was more than what I ever expected on a safari. I didn't expect this being this close to these animals. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my soul capture. Almost everybody put this on their survey. That was the soul capture moment, right? Like that's when you connected with an animal that on a different level. And he was just so curious about us and got really close. It was wonderful.
Okay, all right. Now I
For
have
me,
to say,
for me, it was the dung
Oh,
beetle.
sorry, Kim.
Here, here to the
will
dung
never,
beetle.
I will never forgive myself for
Kim stayed back that day.
staying
So did
back.
I.
No.
Yeah.
My heart is broken because the one thing that was most important to me were the elephants,
Yeah.
and I wasn't feeling well. I was so exhausted, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna rest this one. And if I can tell anybody in the future who goes on a safari, don't ever stay back.
Right.
Well, now you
You
just have
don't
to go
know what
again.
you're going to miss. You don't know what you're going to miss, and I can kick myself, and I have over and over and over for missing that.
Have FOMO, have fear of missing out because the safari is over before you know it. This moment in time, Kim, was so special, but that other image that we just looked at of Tony's with that other elephant in the more jungle-like setting, those elephants that day, they were right there too. And that,
Yeah.
I was so
That's pretty
glad you
cool.
had that moment because it kind of made up for you missing this one.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well, Kim, if it makes you feel any better, I missed it too.
Oh, that's right.
My
Andy,
heart.
you both have to come back. Bring some friends. Let's do it again.
Yes.
Look at these sweet pictures, Terry. Those are great.
Well, we saw so much. I mean, the water and the reflections were just incredible. And this was, around the same place, I believe, that the giraffes were.
Yeah.
And it just, I just thought it was fascinating. I don't know. It was one of the photos that I just pulled, but I thought it was a cool one to share.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then,
I
of
love the
course,
reflection.
the balloon ride was incredible. And rather than showing all of us, I thought this one of Anthony and Lisa, up in the air. And it was an incredible experience going up into, in that setting. I would say don't ever leave this balloon ride out because it really.
That's interesting. I always leave it as an option. Again, I'm trying to keep the cost of safaris down on regular safaris and leaving it as an option. But anytime somebody comes to me and they say, we're on the fence, I have to do my best sales pitch to get them to go. Like it's $650, right? Is what this portion of your trip was. Just spend it. Like,
yeah, it was. I mean, from the minute that you got into the dang seats, sideways,
astronaut position,
upside down.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch. God. I took a bunch of pictures of the people below me. They're hilarious because they're all turned. They look like the images are sideways because we're laying down, but our hair is all like flying out. It's
I know.
Yeah. I love these balloon rides too.
And then there were videos, of showing that. And this is actually another they were just memory shots, not that they're, awesome shots. It's just bringing back memories. Remember our breakfast there and the guides putting everything out on these beautifully colored, tablecloths and preparing everything, putting it out. I mean, we did have to deal with a lot of flies that day.
Yeah.
And that was a bit annoying, but I'll tell you the memory of that breakfast, and it was good. I really gobbled up that morning. I thought it was really, really fun.
I love fish breakfast more than the lunches. I think the lunches are like the weak link in the chain of the food story.
Oh yeah.
But the breakfasts are always so much fun. Yeah, the carrot sandwiches.
Carrot sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to mention, Heather, that on that other slide that I shared is just the photo of everyone who came out and started singing. And because I couldn't upload the video, I said I have to include the shot because it was such a fabulous moment in time. When they start singing and going all around, and then Susie, you actually joined in, and it was great. Anyway,
and you remember me telling you guys that it's one of the things when you're leaving a camp or a lodge, if they all come out and sing and dance and wave goodbye to you, then you have made their day, right? Like you have been good guests. And if they don't, then you've done something that offends them. I don't know that that's a hard and fast rule, but that group shows up in spades for my groups every time. I love them. And you remember at the farmhouse, they did the same thing as
Yeah.
walking out. Happiness brought her group out and did that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And just as Tony had mentioned in his sort of summary of 3 bullet points, that's great about this safari. It is about the people. So that's why I incorporated pictures of the people. Everyone, I just can't tell you, you're all just incredibly special. Of course, we had family but we met and got together with old friends and new friends, and you all just made a difference. You'll always be remembered. You're part of this trip. And then I had to put the one of myself and Andy, because Andy was the one who, went on this safari actually with Bernie many, many years ago with Eli Lilly. And he came home saying, I wish I had brought you. And that really put a safari at the top of my bucket list.
Yeah.
And this is the first check box, and it not only met everything, but exceeded what I would have ever expected. And that's what I keep telling everybody. And that's the message that I send, is this is better than you can imagine. So there's Tony and Lisa again, and then there's Gina with Gina Longo Gina, and that. Gina Longo Gina. And then that fabulous lunch that we had at Gibbs Farm.
Yes.
That was special.
Yeah, that was a fun day. One of the folks, I think maybe it was Kim, had mentioned, like, as one of her comments how to improve, and I'm not sure it was Kim, but the lunch, I don't have any control over what they teach you to cook, like the little class, but she said she would have loved to learn how to cook some local food, some African food. I think that's a great suggestion. So I'll be working that in the future. If we get more opportunities for cooking class, I'll be trying to suggest a menu.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Like when we had that meal at the Galleria, when we all had that lunch where they just kept bringing it out. Those are Swahili dishes, and they're delicious, right? I would love to learn how to prepare some of those. So that was a really, really good input. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Terry, these images are so fun.
There's so many.
Again, it's all about the people. There's Gina and Michael, Anthony and Lisa. I don't know how I incorporated you so many times, but I think it was the memory of the cooking class. Yeah. And then for sure, Kim and Trent. I mean, so awesome, really great. I'm hoping I have Bernie and Angela here.
I mean, those are the only ones I have. But...
Okay.
Our boys.
And of course, our guides, of course. And then there's the picture of Gina when we went to the tribes, and the little children around her, and all decorated with the face mask, dotted face mask, or whatever that is.
That is such a fun day. I love that day.
Yeah, that's great. So anyway, it was about the people. I had a lot of animal shots. I don't know if you have more or not.
I do. They're coming.
Oh.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, nice job.
Good
She took some really incredible photos.
Yeah.
I mean, we can all remember when these shots were taken.
I have the long shot of that leopard. I have the whole tree with the sun that was behind it. And we came through that beautiful little grovey kind of thing, with all the hanging over branches. And then, and I looked at it later, I'm like, oh, look at this pretty tree. And then I realized that leopard was in the tree. And if you zoom in enough, you can come up to where the leopard was laying. She was so pretty and totally relaxed and unconcerned that we were there. So
yeah,
that was the day that we saw all 3 big cats in less than 1 hour.
Wow.
Exactly.
All probably a quarter of a mile of each other, which is
unheard
of, right? Like just unheard of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I think I just love, I was amazed by seeing so many zebra. I mean, and really it was, all the animals. It wasn't, it wasn't like you saw one or two. You saw herds of them.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
incredible, really incredible.
I like how they all just chill with each other. They're all just out there together as a big herd. I love that.
Yeah.
So, does she look pregnant to you?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so, but you don't want to body shame anybody.
Well,
Especially a leopard or a lion.
Yeah, but she definitely looks a little pronounced. So I think
Yeah.
that's a really cool shot that you can find a female lioness pregnant in a tree.
Yep. Yeah.
Could be pregnant with a wildebeest.
Yeah, maybe she just had a really good meal.
that's true too.
Oh, that's not where my mind went.
I was talking about the meal, Susie, the meal.
Oh my God. Oh, that's
There's
good.
some more good ones.
Oh, Terry, those are so pretty.
Yes.
Again, well-fed cheetah. Speaking of pregnant with a wildebeest. Yeah.
Kitty, kitty.
Oh yeah.
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 It's springtime.
I would just like
I'm sure all of us have these photos, and that's the funny thing. I don't know if I touched these up or not. Pulling the pictures from, a series of 1,000 of them was not easy. So,
Terry, we still have to get together and have our editing date too.
because I don't really have any place that I'm filing all of my raw files. So I'm just saving it for when we get together. Yeah.
Let's do it soon. Okay. And Angela, if you want us to loop you in on that too, we could do it over Zoom.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anybody else that wants to join for sure.
I would like to say that when I was planning this with Bernie and you guys, one of my thoughts was, I don't know if you've ever been to the North Carolina Zoo, but it's huge. It's, the land when they bought it was like probably pennies. And so the animals have a lot of room to roam, which means you may go to the zoo and not see an elephant because he's out there roaming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I mean, they do things to try to encourage them to come up closer, like, put like water out there, like, they'll made a little fake pond like thing and that sort of thing and feed them out that way. But I was thinking, well, I'm not going to get my hopes up going on a safari. We might not see anything. So I was totally surprised and, very excited of how many. I mean, we saw the big five and it just wasn't like once, we were there, a week or so and only saw, a cheetah once. We saw it multiple times. So,
right.
And you didn't get tired of it. You didn't get tired of seeing those herds of wildebeest and, zebra. It was just like, it always in awe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And to see the animals that I didn't even think of, I don't know why, but seeing monkeys never crossed my mind.
And then Angela learned about the Dicky Dicky. So
the Dicky Dicky.
She misses it terribly.
I know.
I hope you submitted one of your photos of a Dicky Dicky.
I did submit. Okay, I'm so sorry. I haven't submitted any of them.
It's okay. We had so many to share. Terry filled up my necessity for photos. So.
Oh, I love that picture of Kim and Simon. That's so cute. Cute.
And then I think it was Tony mentioned the dung beetle was his favorite or someone.
That was Andy.
Andy, of course.
Yeah, so we got to add the dung beetle in there.
Actually, 3 or 4 different people did. That turned out to be like the highlight.
And that's a terrible photo, but the video was 3 minutes long and I didn't know how to cut it, but it was phenomenal. And Gina told me, you got to include the dung beetle.
And
so
I just want to interject that on Terry's survey form, she put, when we stopped to look at the dung beetle, I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, why are we all getting out of the car to look at the dung beetle? She goes, then I saw how dang cool they were and I started videoing it. And she goes, that's the funniest part of all is that you got into it. It was great. I love the dung beetle. It always is. It's great. It's a great story and how important they are, to keep things moving.
I know.
And they're so strong.
Yeah, absolutely. They're strong. They can see the stars even in the daylight. And yeah, they're crazy, cool animal. Love them.
Super cool.
Terry, these pictures are great. Oh God.
So this was a collage of photos that Terry sent me of Susie. I would love to know the context of what is happening.
Well, I think I sent you the other picture too, which would have been the perfect threesome, but it was Susie getting her toe operated on by
Oh, this picture.
that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at Susie's face back there, will you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, let's all just crop that.
Gina and Michael are operating, and then there's Lisa just sitting back, and I'm like adding commentary throughout it.
And there's a guide in the background just doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like
And
no
look
big
at
deal.
Trent. Trent, I don't know what you were doing.
I was just laughing at y'all the whole time.
I think you look like you were telling them whether or not they're in the right place or not. And Kim, I think you've got a smile on your face while Susie's in agony.
But this part that cracks me up on this that I tell people is there's the Maasai guys there. They're in like bicycle tire shoes or bare feet, and they're walking through the brush. No big deal. I'm in not closed-toed shoes, but I have on regular shoes, and I'm walking on a groomed path to the fire pit, and I jam an acacia tree thorn into my foot. It's like, how in the hell? Thank God I had a whole medical mash unit there to get it off my foot, or I might still be crippled.
Well, what's wild about the Maasai, and I'm Susie, I'm sure you know this, they train their men to not feel pain.
Yes.
So even more so, they probably were so entertained by you in general, just having pain. Because when I met them, it was a long time ago, but they were telling me like, no, we don't feel pain. I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, we just don't. We learn not to.
Right. They're trained to suppress it.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm the opposite. Like I have no pain tolerance at all. It's crazy.
And then Heather, when on the other slide, the prior one that shows Susie covering her face.
Yeah.
I mean, that was her as surgery was going on. And when she covered her face, I don't know who took this shot. It could have been Trent, it could have been anybody. But I have laughed about this one. Susie, I'm sorry, you were in pain, but I was dying when I saw this.
He was hiding because Terry was like, there's blood everywhere.
There are people trying to eat. This is in the food tent during dinner service. So there's people.
Oh God.
Oh Lord have mercy.
All right. So let's happier times.
Happier
Sorry to
times.
embarrass you, Susie.
No, that's fine. I was expecting it. Oh, I loved this stay. I just did.
This was a highlight, really, for me. The highlight of the trip. I couldn't imagine it getting any better.
Really?
And
oh, sweetie, that's great.
it really just, we couldn't speak to each other verbally, but it didn't matter because all we had to do was look at each other.
That's exactly right. The smiles are the same. The laughter is the same, right? Like we can communicate even if we can't speak the same language. It's
right. They put the dress on me. I thought that was so neat. And honestly, I realized as simple as their life is, they are happy.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I share with people when I came home is that I'm embarrassed coming back with what we expect here and what we have offered to us here. And not many people can say they're as happy as these women were.
Yeah.
With all the things that we have available to us here, their lives are so simple and they're just joyful. It was amazing.
Thank you for that perspective. That's to me what travel does, right? Is it's such the most amazing teacher you'll ever have is traveling and seeing other cultures like this. And then you come home and you hear about somebody's snivel that, oh, the dishwasher didn't work right, or, oh, I need, Lord, help us. Like we have washing machines, we can throw a load of laundry in. These ladies don't have that, right? We turn on a tap and clean water that's drinkable comes out of it. They don't have that, but they are still happy. They don't know what to compare to. And as long as they've got a roof over their head and the sense of community and family and enough food, they're wonderful. I just love this group. So thank you for getting it. Like, cause that's the whole point of going to visit these folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Speaking of happy.
Who took that? Delete
Sorry,
that
I
right now.
just share what was sent.
Delete
Where was
that.
that at? Is that at Gibbs Farm? Was that Baba Dingy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Oh, look at that bird again. Wow. Heather,
I
makes
just-
you want to come, doesn't it?
I
On
always
that other photo, what I loved about that photo is how the zebras and the wildebeest all migrate together.
Mhm.
I just thought that was just so special.
They each have their own job and they all get along. And I think it's great too. I love seeing it. And I love when there's even another antelope or something in there too. So
Yes.
awesome. These are great, great shots. All right. What was on the next one? Was that a bunch of my videos? Is that what that was?
Oh, great.
He yawns at some point, I think. Oh, no. All right. That's the one. If you could hear the audio of this one, we start to move, and somebody in the truck with me says, "Why are we moving?" And I said, "Because we've cut him off from the rest of his group, and Felix wants to give him room." As soon as we moved over, he starts walking to go join the rest of his group. I thought that was great. Oh gosh, you guys. Now you all get it. Like I talk about safaris. Poor Terry, when she met me for happy hour the first time, I didn't shut up for 5 hours, but I just can't ever get sick of this. It's after all the safaris, I'm still not jaded by it. I soak it in every single time. Oh,
It is incredible. It is incredible.
This one was one of my favorite videos that you sent me, Susie. It's like so dynamic.
and it's herky jerky right there, but if you see the video playing live or natively, it's very smooth. Yeah. I love that when it pans up and it just shows the vastness of the herd stretching out into the horizon like that. That was cool. I loved this.
That's nice.
Yeah, put music there.
Exactly.
Bernie, what kind of bird was that?
A flying one.
Yeah.
Flamingo. There's the shot.
Yeah,
that
it was a flamingo.
It's
All
a
right, let's play
flamingo
these.
or a stork. They have long necks, beautiful wings.
And here's the one where I said I zoom in on that beautiful tree. Like the tree is so pretty. And then I zoom in. I'm like, what's that? Oh, shoot. That's the leopard.
There he is. Yes, or her.
Wow, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
Good.
Whoa.
And it was, remember how windy it was? Like you can't have audio on any
Your
of these.
zoom lens is incredible too. Mine would be so speckly at this point.
Oh.
Like from all the way out there. Wow.
Yeah. And I love the next little giraffe one.
Yeah, that's a great shot, Susie.
I always get asked how close do you get to the animals, and I think that depicts like, sometimes they're right there as you drive by.
It's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Stunning.
I love these memories. I'm looking at the photos, just pulling them together to send to Heather.
Yeah.
I was just having a blast.
That's so great. That is so great. And I hear it in your voices and I hear it in the stories, and it, I don't know, it warms my heart. I'm so happy that we have that experience together.
There she is. Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Here comes the big boy.
Oh, yeah. Is that the guy with the hole in
Hole in
the
his
ear?
ear, yeah.
Yeah.
And then remember we had those at the crater, we had those fighting elephants and that one
Yes.
elephant with the crazy tusks, and then that random baboon in the background just yelling.
Yeah, and I have that video too, and I'm sure that you do too, Angela. Those two little ones fighting. Yeah.
So cute. And then Angela, what did you refer to when we were on the way into the flooded hotel? And look, it's a whole gaggle of antelope. I don't know what you called them. Does anybody remember? A slew? A
Slow.
It was a slew. It's a new terminology. It's
antelope.
very, very appropriate. It's
So
a slew of them.
this one, Gina, I know you can hear us, honey, but look at there comes Felix through the truck. We did the drive-through tree after everybody else.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's a huge fig tree. It's way off the beaten path in this little national park. And Felix took us up to it, just us, and drove through the tree for us.
Aw.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. That way cool.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And
Yeah.
Gina and I got to go out, like we got there early in the morning because that's how Felix rolls. And we were there and we went with our little armed guide. I don't remember his name now, but he was adorable. And he took us out. And Gina, how big was that herd of the Tower of Giraffe? Like, I think it was 40 plus.
It was, yeah, 40 plus.
And us on foot, not in a truck, on foot with these giraffes around us, like 40 giraffes.
Oh my God.
It
I
was
didn't hear
That's
about
cool.
that.
Hey, Gina.
it was
Hi.
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wow. Cool.
All right, what's next? Oh, so we're saving this one for, don't play it yet. We're saving this one for last. But this is the video, Terry, of the Jumbabwana celebration from these guys. And I thought that would be a great, as we get ready to sign off, we'll play that.
Oh,
That's so great.
It's excellent.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
So I have a little backstory to this. So these guys are fantastic, but my brother-in-law was on the previous February's safari, and he apparently got this earwormed into his head so bad, the song, that when he gets out of the shower in the morning, he does like a lap around the house naked singing the Jambo Bwana song, and his wife is ready to
Oh
kill
my
me.
gosh.
She didn't come on the safari, so she gets to have the aftermath of it with Scott singing Jambo Bwana naked around the house. I love it. Yeah, these guys are fantastic. I think this is the camp that I'm going to have my wedding ceremony at in August.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Great. Yeah.
I can't think of a better set of bridesmaids than these guys right here.
Right.
Here,
Oh my gosh.
I
Great.
want to dance with these guys. I'm like, let's go.
I know you can't help when you start hearing the song. You can't
No,
help
you
it
can't.
sway too.
You can't. And it's just an earworm. And so I'm glad that I print out the words and give you the English translation for it so you can kind of understand what they're all saying. But so Gina, is there anything, you're not pictured here, but you have a chance to talk too. Do you want to chime in with some of your favorite moments or memories?
I'm just enjoying it all and reminiscing with everybody. I just want to send my love and hellos to all. So sorry, I'm not tech savvy. Trent, where are you when I need you?
I think what I could do is I can call you, Gina, and separately, in a week or so, and just kind of walk you through and help you get the Zoom program on your computer or even on your phone. You could do it right from your phone. And then if we do one of these in the future, you'd be able to join us. But I'm just glad that we looped you in with the audio at least, honey. We miss you.
Yeah. No, that
You get
was special.
Susie's Tech Academy along with your safari.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hire Trent full time to come along and do the tech.
I'm just going to say, don't get
We'll teach her how to do it.
Okay.
don't get your hopes up.
Gina, is Michael there too?
No, he's not here. That's the problem. He has the computer.
I see. Okay. Well, when you see him, tell him that we all missed him and tell him hello.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's up in South Dakota, so managing farm stuff.
All righty. Andy, did you want to chime in with anything? You're always quiet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think this is like, there are sort of 4 or 5 events in your life that just top everything else, and this is one of them. It's
Wow.
you get, first time I went, I didn't even know I was going to
Right.
a safari. And this one was the great thing about this one, the different from the other one I went on anyway, was the vastness of it. The number of animals was unbelievable. I mean, just but even though I was not able to be part of the party very much, people asked me. I said it was a great trip. It's just fabulous. You got to go. And because it is one of those things that no one can ever take it away from you, and it's an incredible experience.
The thing I love, like along those lines, is I can put different groups of people together. Like Kim and Trent didn't know you all, and the rest of you are either family or colleagues, right? But once you share that experience, once you sit at that lunch and you look out across those plains and you see nature and you get to take in that big picture, or you struggle through like a thorn in the toe, or somebody on this safari not feeling well, it just bonds the group. And I've had countless numbers of group, not countless, like who am I? I've had probably 10 different groups that loved each other so much that they have like an annual get together like this, or they'll have a Christmas party. And if they're all local in San Diego, or they know the guides come in from Tanzania, they'll throw a celebration. We took the guides out to Sedona and took them off-roading with 4 different safari groups, got together and sponsored that. So I know that it's not a regular vacation, to your point. It's hard to explain and hard to put into words, but the things that we all experience as a group, we can never undo. And I'm just so happy that you all trusted me and my team, and that you're back and you're all safe and healthy and getting healthier, Andy. And you just keep spreading the word. And then who knows, when the time is right for somebody, they'll remember. And then
we were talking to somebody yesterday, and it's on his bucket list. And so just let us
Send
know.
him our way. We'll take it.
Send them our way. Exactly right. So everybody, we need to give Trent the big bon voyage, and then we need to prop Kim up because he's leaving in a day or two to head to
He needs
Colorado.
hugs for Kim.
Hey,
Come on over.
come on over, Trent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Excited.
Trent.
Yeah, good luck with
Appreciate
that.
it.
We know you were the
Good
young you were the young bean in the group, but just please know
Yeah.
that you have a whole bunch of mamas and papas here, and that we love you, kiddo. And
Yeah, love you
if
guys
you
too.
need anything, reach out, okay?
Thank you.
All
Yeah, I
right.
definitely will.
Hey, Trent, Terry,
Yeah,
tell Trent,
he hears you.
Trent,
Yeah,
if
yeah, I
get
hear you.
lost here.
Go ahead, Gina.
Okay. Trent, just remember, if you get lost and come to the country, I'm here in Southeast Ohio.
I'll try to make my way to Ohio.
Get lost on your way to Denver and end up in Ohio.
Yeah,
That's
I'll go looking for you.
that is too cute.
You'll know you're really off the path. Michael said they had 3 inches of snow in South Dakota, so
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you're still having it in Colorado.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Journey.
Well, it was 80 last week. This week it snowed.
Yay!
Oh my God.
Yay!
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. That's one of those, if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes, right? It'll change dramatically.
Yes.
Well, you all,
True everywhere.
thank you so much for taking this hour. I think if we look at that, we're right on an hour, Heather. It's like we're
Is
getting
that right? Oh my God.
Yeah. So we're right at an hour. So I think we should wrap it up because it was only supposed to be a happy hour, but I just cannot tell. Are you going to sneeze, Lisa? What's going on down there?
It's so it's 9:30 here, and
Oh, it's
I'm
Bedtime.
going to be true confessions. I took off my pajama top to put this sweatshirt on because if it wasn't for Trent sending the message that said, "Hey, I'm going to be joining my mom," and I looked at my phone and I was like, I have to get up at 4 tomorrow to fly for a business trip. But anyway, that was just not trying not to yawn in your face.
I understand. Well, I just thank you all for taking the time. I don't think this will be our last one. If I ever send out another invite to do another reunion, I hope I can get the same group back again. And in the meantime, I'm going to look for you all. I'm going to send out that link to the drive so you can put whatever images in it. I'll go through them. I'll be making that calendar and sending it to you all. But before Lisa passes out in front of us, I think we should
Sorry.
Hey, good night,
Oh, it's so
everybody.
good to see you all.
Thank you all.
Thanks
See you
everyone
next
for
Good to
coming.
see you all.
everybody.
Great to see you.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
All right. See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
So good to see
Bye.
you all.
Great.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.